Hello, hockey fans. The Minnesota Hockey Connection Show is on the air. We're at downtown City Hall, PACT-TV studios. And it's Monday, November 25th. So, hey, Thanksgiving week. So I think a lot of turkeys are being killed. But we got a special guest, Shawn Bartlette, head coach of Duluth Marshall boys hockey team. And this is your third year, right, Shawn?
Yeah, third year.
Oh, welcome to the show, by the way. Thanks for coming again.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Yeah, so you started your season already. It seems like, to me, all these games I've seen already, they never used to be the weekend before Thanksgiving. So maybe it's because Thanksgiving was late, you think, or?
Yeah, well, obviously our guys, they can't start soon enough. Once they start seeing the college guys playing games and the junior teams playing, they want to start right away too. And we have to obviously hold off, and we got to open up this past weekend, and it was a pretty good showing for us.
Yeah, because they have to go through captain's practices in September, October there, and it gets probably a little boring that way, seeing the same, friends all the time, every day. Let's play someone different.
Yeah, we do a pretty good job of mixing in a bunch of volunteer coaches that come in and work with the guys during that time. Try to keep it fresh and try to keep them motivated and ready to go when the season does finally open.
That still surprised me. I don't know. I can say a lot of bad things about the state high school league, but why wouldn't you if a coach wants to coach, they're not doing it for the money. They're trying to help these kids develop, and I don't know. It just it bothers me all the time when you hear you can't be there.
Right.
But it is what it is.
I understand what they're doing. They're obviously trying to protect all the different seasons and different sports, and that's important too, especially for a small school like Marshall. But yeah, as a coach, we want as much time as we can with these guys.
So you have a lot of kids on the hockey team that played different sports at your school?
We do, yeah. We actually had, I believe it was 6 players that played on the state soccer team for Marshall.
Wow,
this year,
nice.
Which was pretty cool. Fun to see those guys not only be successful in hockey, but to see them be successful in some of the other sports they enjoy as well too. So it was really nice. So
you opened up with a nice win against Breck, 5-2 on Saturday. So it's a long season now. You got 24 more games, but do you practice every day except Sunday or Saturday and Sunday if you don't have a game?
Absolutely, yep. Yeah, we got to take one day off. The high school league says we do, and that's Sunday. So we try to get the guys out there, as much as possible. That's what they want. And then, from a coaching standpoint, it's our job to make sure that they're getting the right rest they need. They're getting the right amount of time on ice, in the weight room, watching video, all those things that are important to running the program.
You got a video room?
Your guys. We have the locker room set up.
Oh, okay.
For
Nice.
Videos.
Yeah, okay. So on Sunday, they don't practice, but can they are they allowed to come to the rink and skate a little bit or something like that, or do they have to go to some outside? Or
Sunday's a day off for our program. Yeah, we take the day off.
You tell them not to do anything?
We tell the guys to stay away, take the day to rest, to rehab, and be ready to go again on Monday.
Right. And what time do you usually practice?
We got that afternoon slot right after the Scholastica men. Right now, we go at about 4:15.
That's kind of nice when you got a small school and you have the rink right on campus. I would look into that if I was a hockey player.
It's a short walk across the parking lot for a lot of these boys, and I know they sit in school there some days looking over at that rink quite a bit. They can't wait to get down there at the end of the school day.
Like my friend, he's starting to coach up at Northern Lakes, Coach Randolph, and he'll break the record tonight. This is Monday the 25th, has the most wins, but it's a co-op, and so they have 5 schools, and some of those kids have to go 30, 40 miles to practice even,
Yeah, that was no different than when I started my coaching career up in Silver Bay. We had players coming from
that's right,
all the way up in Grand Marais, down the Gunflint, some pretty committed hockey players that that's a lot of time out of their day.
Is that where you grew up, Silver Bay?
No, that was my first teaching and coaching job. I grew up in East Grand Forks, so all the way
good
across the
hockey.
state.
And they have a real good hockey program too.
They do.
One of
Good
the better
hockey
A-teams.
program, well coached. They do a really
Yeah.
good job with their youth programs. It's a team that we're always going to see their name when it comes
Right.
to tournament time.
Right. So I'm looking at your schedule. You got you do a lot of the local teams: Superior, Hermantown. You got Rockridge, LV Cloquet. Who else did I like? Oh, Hibbing's going to be a good team this year, so that's going to be a good game. Denfield, Proctor. Oh yeah, you got almost all the local teams. I don't see Duluth East on there. Do you?
Yeah, they're on there. It's
I
that's
missed
the very end of the season.
You got
We have-
Grand Rapids. That's good.
Yeah, the very end of the season, we have a home stretch that kind of goes. We're at Rapids this year, but we go Proctor, Denfeld, and Duluth East.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much to end the season. They're all at home this year.
Yeah, I must admit. Oh wait, I got Duluth East over there.
Yeah.
I'm just old. Okay, that's good. See how the local teams play each other and that. That's fun for the fans around the area. So I'm looking at your. Got a young team, very young team to me. A lot of sophomores and juniors, and a lot of them are returning from last year. So this is nice for you guys.
Well, we were very young last year. We're getting a little bit older this year. We do only have 4 seniors, but the majority of our team is built around that junior class this year. And we were looking for them to make a big step from last year to this year. And with the small sample size we have, we've definitely seen that. Strong group of players, good leadership group, and when you mix that class in with our seniors, we're getting a little bit older.
Right. So you're still in Section 7 AA. You moved up about 10 years ago when Brendan Flaherty, and he wanted that for a long time, and it was hard for the school to do it, but they did it finally. They got a new, what do you call him, headmaster or the head of the school?
Head of school, yeah.
Head of the school. Yeah, I met him. He seems like a nice guy this summer, and we had a bunch of old-time hockey players from the 60s back at my time at this. They have a thing in the summer to get together, and kind of like a reunion for every year.
So we had Anthony out to do the ceremonial puck drop before our game this Saturday against Breck, and I had the opportunity to speak with him briefly before he went out there. I asked him if he'd drop a puck before, and he said absolutely not. So it was a new fun experience for him to be able to do that for us. He said he'd drop it flat though, which he did. So.
So he's from back east. I remember meeting his wife and him, and he didn't know anything about the hockey, history in this town and at the school, the old days where we won all the banners and that from Cathedral and that. So we're telling him a lot about it. So his eyes opened up. So I hope he's head of the school that's going to like hockey and work with you guys to build the program,
Yeah, from the small conversations I've had with him at this point, I know he's a strong supporter of all of our athletics, and he certainly understands the history and tradition of the hockey program. So
Right. So this is your 3rd year coaching. What do you think is the hardest part of this job? Because you have many parts, and plus you're the manager of the rink, correct?
yeah. So there's a lot of different hats that I wear, whether it's on a game day or just a daily practice. From, not only making sure that the guys are ready to go and they've had what they've needed throughout the week to be ready to get on the ice and compete and to be successful, but also to make sure that the arena's up and running, to make sure that we're staffed correctly there, and yeah, there's a lot of different hats, a lot of things that are going on, but it all comes together at a point, and being the arena manager and the coach has definitely helped to build this program,
right,
and to give us some unique experiences and opportunities that I think other programs don't have access to.
So You get most of your kids right in the Duluth area, or do you get a lot of them out from the outside that want to go to a nice private school?
Yeah, so we have some guys from outside the area that see value in what we offer from an academic standpoint and the opportunity to play a good AA hockey as well too. And yeah, we're always excited to welcome some new students and athletes into our school and give them the opportunity to join our hockey family. And it's a good thing for our guys too, because they're really welcoming of new
Right.
players and bringing them into our family. And one of our new players, Roy, he came from Colorado this past year,
Okay.
and he was one of the 6 guys I was on that state soccer team as well too. So it's not
Is he a forward?
he's a forward, yeah, yeah.
You got a lot of good young forwards. Is he a sophomore, senior? No,
He's a freshman.
fresh. Oh, young.
Yeah.
Oh. So, do you have enough kids to have a JV team? Because I know some years you had some problems there a few years back, maybe before your time.
Yeah, my first year we didn't have a JV program, and it was a priority of mine to we have to find a way to do that. We have to find a way to be able to provide all our players with development opportunities, especially those that are not ready for varsity hockey,
Right.
because that's our future.
Right.
Those are the guys that we're going to need.
That's the farm.
And we've been creative with the numbers that we do have. So it's allowed us to play a JV schedule, which we're doing this year, and to also field a very competitive varsity team. So
Well, that's like most of the teams in the area now. I guess the nice thing to say about it, you don't have to cut anyone. You're going to play hockey. It might be on the JV team, or it might be, but they get to play. Where the old days, holy cow, there'd be cuts and people go crazy.
yeah. Well, you talked about what are some of the hardest things about being a high school coach, and for some programs, that's what they spend the first couple days of practice doing, having tryouts, cutting kids, and there's no coach that looks forward to that.
No.
And that's something I joke with our guys that my job's easy. I let them know on day one, hey, you've all made it. Now you just got to compete for a roster spot.
Right. And so this is your third year, correct?
Yeah.
Ken?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Third year. I followed this high school hockey, like I talk to all the coaches all over the state and that all the time. And here's one of the hardest things to develop a nice program, to build a schedule that for, real tough schedule. And that's a hard thing to do, everyone says, because a lot of these schools are planning 3-4 years ahead of time, and now hard to get into something, So how do you work that? Do you have your athletic director do most of it? Are you trying a lot to schedule someone, get a better team on the schedule,
Yeah, we definitely work together on that. Obviously, he does the majority of the work in regard to contracts and
Right.
contacts and things like that. But we definitely work together and have the conversation about where we're at currently as a program and what we want our schedule to look like. And that's been one of the things that we discuss with our players too during exit meetings after each season. We talk about our schedule and our competitiveness, and it always comes up that our guys want to play the better teams around the
Right.
state. They want to add those to our schedule, and we were able to do this. If you look up and down our schedule this year, I think we've put together a very strong schedule with a lot of local teams, a lot of teams from outside our area
Yeah.
too, that I think are going to challenge our guys and it's going to push them to play their best hockey every single night, and at the end of the day, prepare us for postseason play.
I know Hermantown's going to challenge you, Gentry Lakes for sure. Rock Ridge is going to be a lot better, and Cloquet was a AA team its whole life, and now just last year they went down. But they're going to be one of the top 8 teams up here in the Northland. Northern Lakes, Randolph will have a decent team. That'll be a good challenge for you. I don't know much about St. Cloud. Hibbing's really good because their youth teams were. So you got some
Yeah, St.
good
Cloud's
teams.
at the co-op.
Yeah.
So they're always going to have numbers. They're going to have a strong program. Hibbing's good. Holy Family's going to
Right.
be a challenge.
Right.
And then, like I said, the way we end our season with Proctor, Denfeld, and Duluth East, that is. Those are teams that we want to see at the end of the season. We want to have a full understanding of where our program's at, because we're moving into postseason play after that. So
Speaking of Holy Family, a good friend of mine, a young kid, and he's doing a good job. He was at Chanhassen last year as
Yeah.
assistant coach, Zach Freedy.
Yep.
And he taken over Holy Family. That's a good one to keep on talking. And that you got to communicate with all the coaches and all that and try to get in.
You got it.
Yeah, so that's good that you got a good guy there, so I'd always communicate with him. Let's see. Oh, this is a weird thing. I don't know. I was looking at your schedule, and your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first 8 games are you don't play a game away until after Christmas.
Yeah, we're at home.
How did that happen?
Not a bad deal, right? Obviously, I don't know what the guys would say about that, because they're looking at that and like, man, we're not getting out of school at all until after Christmas. So yeah, our first, I believe it's 9 games are all at home, and then the first time we get to wear those dark Marshall jerseys is it used to be the Herb Brooks Holiday Classic. I believe it's the Super Rink Winter Classic is what they're calling it now.
Okay.
But it's going to be at our holiday tournament.
I helped start the old Schwann Cup back in the old days, and they used to have like the gold, silver, bronze, and then they had one more division. And the gold always played at the XL, because when they built it, that was one of the first things for 10 years they had to do that. But turned out to be all these teams would come into the cities and play. I mean, there's a lot of teams. There'd be about close to 50 teams that come in with all these divisions. Then all the championships would come to the XL. So what a thrill for the kids, to get to that championship game if they weren't in the gold, the silver, to play at that XL. And then that gave them, I want to come back here in March.
Yep. So we were fortunate enough in the holiday tournament last year to make it to the championship game at Ritter Arena on the U there, and we ended up playing Gentry Academy.
Right.
And that's who we got in the first round of the tournament this year. So it'll be exciting.
Well, the guy that manages the whole super rink, Pete Carlson, he's a good friend of mine, and that's another guy you communicate with and always will help you in anything you need, and he knows everyone too. So there. So how many seniors do you have?
Four this year.
Are they all, who's your captains? They're seniors, or do you have some juniors that are captains too?
One of the 4 is a senior captain for us. That's Max Beresford, and then Kyler Black, and Leighton Anderson is our captain, and then Odin Burnett wraps out the leadership group for us.
Okay. Yeah, I was just having coffee on Saturday morning with Kyler Black's grandfather, Tom Cartier, and he was talking about the kid, real good kid, and got his mind, he faces reality, what it is, and good school kid, and you can't find that's a leader.
Yeah, he's a good student. They all are.
Yeah.
That's something that is very important to us in our program, is that our guys prioritize their academics, because we know it's going to make them better hockey players at the end of the day as well. But he's one of those guys that's you're right. He's always pushing to be on the ice more, looking for times when there's open slots in the ice schedule to get out there, to come down from school during, whether it's lunchtime or something like that, to get on the ice. So when you talk about giving Sundays off, he's one of the guys that wouldn't be happy with that. He always wants to be out there working on his skills.
And like Tom was saying, he's a kid that's a realist. He knows, hey, this is what it is and that, and he'll listen to what you say. So that's what the coaches love, kids like that, and you get few more kids that follow his type, and then before you know it, the other ones will just follow you, hope then.
Yeah.
So
that's so
make it
important.
a team.
That's so important for the leadership group. Obviously, it's got to be a group of guys that the rest of the team will follow. And Kyler and Leighton and the rest of the group there, they certainly have a strong understanding of our team expectations and what we stand for and the direction we're going and how they can take their leadership skills to bring everyone with them. So
Right.
they do a really nice job.
So what do you think your strength is this year, probably, on the team?
Yeah, I think,
It's hard to say this early, but
we've had a small sample size, but we also know from last year kind of what we got. And I would say our strength is going to be just our guys developing after their initial experiences with high school hockey and having a better understanding of what the pace is like, what they needed to do in the off season to better adapt to a high school game where you're playing, some of the top teams in the state. And I think our guys have taken that step. I think they've gotten bigger, they've gotten stronger. I know they've gotten faster. One of our strengths is we play with some pace. Our guys get up and down the ice real well. We don't have a team that's going to bang you around and be overly physical, but we have a bunch of guys that if you can't slow us down, it's going to be a long night. I think that's probably one of our greatest strengths.
So you think because of your strength is skating and moving the puck up and down 200 feet is going to be where the other team probably is going to get a lot of penalties, probably with hooking and holding and stuff like that if you have the speed.
Well, just the way games go, you're looking at about around 50% of the game is special teams anyways. So we're just hoping we're the team that stays out of the box the most.
So you have how many power plays did you have on Saturday? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I know we scored 2 power play goals and we had a shorthanded 2 where we just came off of a 5-on-3 and we sprung a guy leaving the box. So
great.
So we did get a shorthanded. So we were.
So you're very happy with the special teams for sure.
any game where we can come out on the positive end of that is a win for me. So
just like they're saying, I'm I used to watch football all the time, and I don't watch that much, as not even close to what I used to, but people say there's some ugly games out there, but a win's a win.
A win's a win. We say that to the boys all the time. Winning's hard, a win's a win, and winners win, right?
Yeah. So I know most coaches that love their job and that and teaching the kids. When did you start getting your goosebumps? First day of practice or a couple of months ahead? Oh, it's coming, it's coming.
Yeah, we wait so long, right?
Yeah.
We wait so long to get on the ice with these guys, and it's kind of that getting through that initial parent meeting and the first meetings with the guys. You see their excitement. They start to ask a lot of questions about what the first couple of weeks are going to look like. And just seeing them coming into the rink excited to go with a lot of positive energy, that's when, as a coaching staff, for us, it's like, all right, it's finally here.
So you mentioned parents meeting in the beginning there. What do you tell the parents in that meeting? I mean, parents have been a problem in high school hockey lately.
Yeah.
The last few years, seems like it's more than it used to be.
Yeah, I think with our program, this isn't going to be for everyone, but we take some proactive steps to give parents a certain amount of ownership within our program. We offer things like a parent committee where with the coaching staff, we'll meet with parents that want to be a part of it. And the whole goal of the committee is to provide a great experience for our athletes, to provide betterments to the program. And we don't talk about X's and O's and things like that during that time. We'll give a state of the team kind of, address or speech from the coaching staff. But it's a great time for our parents to get together and to focus on what's most important, and that's providing for our guys. So we do offer some opportunities for our parents to get involved.
Okay. Are you on the, I was talking, Tim Cortez, is the artist.
Yeah.
He's coming on the bus trip today for the Ran fan bus. But he's telling me they finally agreed they're going to make artwork on the whole wall of Mars Arena. That's going to be nice. Are you involved in that with the Marshall teams? And because I know the Cathedral, our time, is going to be up there, and the two St. Scholastica girls and men, women and men are going to be on there. So that's going to, this seems like it's going to be beautiful. Nice to get that.
We do have a fundraising committee put together right now where we have a variety of different projects that we're looking to do at Mars. We talked about Mr. Cartier as
redoing the rink a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of the driving force behind that. He was very influential in getting the arena there in the first place for all of our programs. But now he's seen over the years that it hasn't changed a ton. So now he's put together a committee for a bunch of different, cosmetic renovations within the arena, and one of those is the artwork. It's going to be kind of a history and the tradition of not only the Marshall programs but the Scholastica programs as well too, and kind of, it's that wall's going to be something special. It's
anyone that lives in Duluth that want to come up there, just even if they're not a Marshall fan, they're a hockey fan and they want to see the history. So that's going to be great. Tom, he's in everything up at that school. That's great. And I went there, and it's a great school. And a lot of my brothers went down to Central and that, and it's a big difference what we got as an education and everything. So can't go wrong going to Duluth Marshall.
I agree.
Again. So hey, Shawn, thanks for coming today, and have a great season. And I'll be seeing you in a lot of these games. And so good luck. And hey, I like your team, young in that, so you can build on this. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate your support of high school hockey. Thank you.
Thank you, Shawn. And that's it at PACT-TV Studios. And I want to thank Liz and Jim today for producing the show. And we'll see you at the rink.